Hello, are
Can
you
you
here to
hear me?
debate?
Hello?
Yep, I
Oh
can
yeah, I
hear you.
am. I'm here today. Yeah, I
Okay.
can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
That's great. That's really good. So I just want to get to the idea of like your communism. What type of communism do you follow? Like
Council
what
communism.
ideology? Are you a Marxist, Maoist,
Council communism.
council?
Yes.
Can you explain that, please?
Council communists believe in worker-led councils to basically run things. We would elect chairs to these worker-led councils, and that's how we would like make decisions by electing people into these councils.
So I just want to ask you: do you think that so you're pro-democracy? I'm guessing.
All communism is pro-democracy.
Well, I mean, not really.
Yes.
Maoism, Stalinism. Those are not pro-democracy at all.
Stalinism is
Those
absolutely
have really easy ways.
democratic. Yeah.
Stalinism is not democratic at all. It gives a lot of
Yes.
power to the leader.
Yes,
It gives
those
a lot of
leaders,
power to the leader.
wait, Stalin, even under Stalin's time at the USSR, there was collective leadership. Like the
Okay,
leadership
but
was
it wasn't
collective.
really working, was it?
I
Stalin was really
working
making all
on
the
what?
moves. Stalin was
Working
making all
on
the
what?
plays.
Wait, what is your criteria for working?
My criteria for working is overall happiness of the population and
I
economic growth.
Yeah, I'd say, so. First of all, communists wouldn't give a shit about economic growth because we're not focused on money, right? Economic growth doesn't mean anything under a communist system. Not that the USSR was communist, but but you get what I'm saying. Secondly,
Yes.
I would say that under the USSR, people were pretty happy. That's why when they had the referendum in 1991, overwhelmingly it was what 80% of 80 or 76% of voters voted in favor of maintaining the USSR. I think if they were unhappy, they wouldn't vote in favor of maintaining the USSR.
Okay, yeah, the central parts of the USSR, sure, but the people that broke off were not happy at all because they were getting
There was
dicked over.
80% voter turnout.
And I'm guessing not a lot of people who were attached to the USSR that didn't want to be there, like the Western Bloc countries, they did not really turn out because they didn't want the votes because they were like dying, like en masse,
Wait, again,
and being
there were of the
being thrown in
USSR.
prison.
Wait, real quick, of the USSR, only what was it? Only three countries of the USSR didn't turn out to vote. Only three. Like, sure, if those people don't want to be in the USSR, fine. But overwhelmingly, the majority of people in the USSR wanted to maintain that. You said we're going to look at overall happiness. This would be an overwhelming majority. We're happy with the USSR. If we're going to move the goalposts now and say,
Sure
yeah, but what about the ones that
where are you
weren't?
getting
Okay.
this like information? I'd like to know. Like,
The
what is your
referendum? It was a vote in
what is the
1991.
source? I'm just not sure the referendum is completely accurate because a lot of people were not happy during that time. A
Yeah,
lot of people
the
hated
people that weren't happy didn't vote.
hated
They
it.
didn't come out and vote. There were multiple countries, and
So what
in
you're
fact,
saying
some
is
of the countries didn't vote.
80% of the people that did vote, the
No,
80% of the people
yes,
that did vote,
there was
they
there was
voted in favor.
80%. There was
Didn't vote because they
80%
probably
voter
couldn't have
turnout
voted.
amongst the entirety of the USSR. 80% of people turned out to vote amongst the entirety of the USSR.
What was the vote? What was the vote?
The vote was to maintain the USSR. It was they were voting about the preservation of the USSR.
Did they vote in favor or
yes,
against?
76. It was 76% in favor.
I'm not yelling, by the way. I'm a very loud talker. I'm a very charismatic man.
That's fine, but right now we're just being ahistoric, and we're just saying, well, 80% isn't the majority of people showing up, and then 76% definitely isn't the majority of the people that voted yes. Like, right? Like, they wanted to maintain the USSR.
So they wanted to maintain the USSR. Well, I don't know. I guess it'd be smart to maintain the USSR because, well, a larger nation protecting these little countries would be favorable. But I'm doubting that they did it because of the economic pursuit and economic pursuit. Also, you brought up. Sorry.
Wait. Hold on. Again, I already mentioned this, that like communist and socialist states aren't worried about the economic pursuit, right? We don't judge the effectiveness of socialism or communism by the criteria of capitalism because they're two opposing ideals. So why would I judge how a communist country could be bleeding money? I don't care about that. But if the people are,
it's because of the state.
No, they don't. If the people are eating,
they do.
if the people are fed, if the people are healthy, if the people are happy, why would I care if we don't have money? If the people are fed, if the people are happy, if they're healthy, what do I care if they don't have money? Except the USSR was doing it. Except the USSR was
not doing it. The USSR was imprisoning people who didn't want to work.
We imprison people. We criminalize homelessness all the time. So we do the same thing, right? I'm not going to judge. Yes, we do. What do you mean we don't criminalize homelessness? Yes, we criminalize homelessness all the time.
No,
what are
we
you talking
don't.
about?
Go down
You
to San Francisco and tell me that we've criminalized homeless like people. That's crazy. That's
you think the
absolutely absurd.
U.S. you think the U.S. hasn't criminalized homelessness time and time again? What are vagrancy
I mean,
laws?
maybe in the
What are
past,
what are
but not
vagrancy
historically right
laws?
now.
What are vagrancy
Hmm?
laws?
Um, to not like go somewhere where you're not supposed to be, right?
No.
Yeah, like don't live in places that you're not supposed to live at. Like don't sleep in a place that's like not owned by you. But
Oh,
usually when they're
don't
sleeping out in
sleep
the
in
street, they don't
places
get
not
kicked
owned by
out, do
you.
they? I think that's what it is.
The Supreme Court just voted in favor of criminalizing urban camping. Urban camping is homelessness.
Is that
Like, what are
bad?
you?
Do you disagree with
Yes.
that?
Yes, I disagree with criminalizing homelessness.
So,
Yes.
so do you
What?
disagree with the USSR criminalizing homelessness?
The USSR didn't criminalize homelessness because everybody had homes.
They
They gave
did.
people
No, they
homes.
did. Wait,
Yes,
wait,
they
hold on. You're
did. They
telling me that
gave
people
people
weren't sent to the
homes.
gulag because they were homeless?
No,
Yes, they were.
no, they weren't.
What? You're just intellectually dishonest, dude. You're making all these claims that are completely. What's your source, dude?
I'm not
What's
making
your
the
source?
positive
I
claim.
can
You
go find
are.
my source right now. I
You're
can go
making
do
the
my
positive
research.
claim.
I can
Great.
go do my arrogant search.
Crazy you didn't do the research before you came here, but fine. Go ahead and give me the source.
I'm going off of memory of what I knew and what I read.
I'm waiting.
Do you agree with Marx at all? I just want to ask real quick. Do you agree with Marx at all?
Yes, I agree with Marx. Hence why I'm a Marxist.
Do you agree? Do you agree? What he said about the Slavs?
No, I don't agree with everything every single human on Earth says.
I agree with what he said about the Slavs.
I thought
my
you
God,
are you
they're
are you
second.
are you I thought you were worried about being disingenuous. So you just decided
I'm not being
in order
disingenuous. I'm
to
just saying,
say
I'm just saying
yes,
that, like,
you
Marx
are.
is
You are,
awesome.
that is 100%
Marx is awesome for
disingenuous.
saying.
You know
Hold
when
on,
I
hold on,
you
hold on.
know I don't care. You know when I'm saying that I agree with Marx, what I'm talking about. And instead you want to go, so do you agree with Marx about Slav? No, I don't
Marx is
care.
awesome, dude. Marx, do you know what Marx said about Slavic people?
Homie, do you want to have the actual conversation or not? I don't care what Marx
Uh,
said about Slavic people. I don't give a shit. Do you want to have the actual
I
conversation or
believe
not?
that he's awesome for that. By the way,
Do
I'm
you
not a
want to have
capitalist. I'm a
the
nationalist,
actual
socialist.
conversation or not? Yes or no?
Yeah, but I'm just saying that I'm not a
So
capitalist.
I
I'm a
don't
national
care. I
socialist.
don't care. Oh, okay, cool. You're just a Nazi. Great. See you.
No.
Like, great. Just admit it. Like out and about. Like, okay, bye.